And I say that to you because this was my motivation. This beautiful smiling lady you see here, this was my mother. Her name is Pearl. Pearl is a go-getter. My mom was diagnosed with Parkinson's 7.5 years ago. We took her to Mayo Clinic, which is supposed to be the best hospital in the world, right? And they pretty much diagnosed and adiosed her. So they diagnosed her and we were out of there. There was no compassion. There was no plan B. They're like, if the drugs work, so be it. If they don't, that's all we got. And I realized, wow, this is all they've got. And so I've been in health for 25 years. Remember, guys, I was the one that, 23 years ago, got my son off of drugs. I was the mom that 23 years ago heard from 60 mothers from the North Star Children's Development Center whose children were all vaccine injured. And I sat and listened to these mothers for 10 hours and I realized what's in these vaccines. And I went to work investigating and I never vaccinated my children again. So I've been in the health of natural health and healing for a long time. I've been in the trenches pulling people, out of sickness for a long time. But when I realized they had no solutions from my mother, it was a whole new quest because I had not dealt with neurodegeneration before, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, dementia. This was a new track for me. And so with that being said, you guys, I've been on the journey for 7.5 years, finding natural, alternative, healthy solutions to help my mom be well. And unfortunately, my mom, she's only on one medication. If you know Parkinson's, it's called Sinemet levodopa-carbidopa. And I'd like to get her off of that one too. But the bottom line is she's not on any other medications. In fact, we just got back her lab work. She had her annual physical. This woman's cholesterol is perfect. Her blood sugar is amazing. Her fasting blood sugar was like 91. Her cholesterol numbers are perfect. Literally, as I went down all of her numbers, her CRP, cardioreactive protein, which is an inflammatory marker, perfect. Like I literally went through it. On paper, my mom is so incredibly healthy, right? But I'm like, yeah, she's got this like diagnosis. And so 2.5 years ago, my girlfriend said to me out of Canada, who had escaped the medical system up there, she's a nurse. The nurses seem to know the most. Anyway, this nurse escaped the medical system and she said, Renita, you got to use the patch on your mom. And I said, what does the patch do? She said, it's phototherapy. And she said, it doesn't interact with any drugs. You should try it on your mom. I saw a miracle with my neighbor lady. And I said, wow. I said, Doris, you had me at the word miracle. I love it. So my mom got on the patches, you guys, and it completely, my mom had forgotten how to smile. So this picture right here, this is after the patch. Like literally my mom before, she would get caught in bathroom stalls. I would be at restaurants crawling underneath the stalls to get my mother out because she'd forget how to get out of the stall. This is no joke. My mom could not brush her teeth. I'd stand behind her and her toothbrush was not even touching her mouth. So I'd have to bring the toothbrush to her mouth. We took knives away. She couldn't peel potatoes. She couldn't butter anything. The knives were gone, right? She forgot how to smile. It was just crazy what we were dealing with, right? And everything changed for my mom the moment we put that patch on her. 11 days later, I come to my mom and dad's house and my mother's walking without the walker. First time in 2.5 years, no walker. I'm shocked. I'm like, where's the walker? She's like, in the bedroom. I'm like, what do you mean it's in the bedroom? It's 8 a.m. Like, you always need the walker at 8 a.m. How are you walking around the house? She's like, I don't know, but the walker's in the bedroom. And I'm like, holy Moses, right? And then we saw her teeth came back. And then we saw her, she was wasting away. She was down to 99 pounds. When we started her on the patch, she had started at 169. So my mom had lost over 70 pounds with that crazy diagnosis. And my mom now is back up to 123. We call her Rocky. She's like Rocky Balboa. She's fighting weight. She's got muscles when she flexes, you guys. It's crazy. I got a video of her the other day at the gym doing leg press with 80 pounds on it, right? She's 78. This is the woman who couldn't eat. Her teeth were loose in her mouth. 2 months after we got her on the patch, guess what happened? The dentist called me and said, what on earth did you do to your mother's teeth? He said, I'm looking at a different set of teeth here, Renita. All that periodontal stuff she had is gone. Gone, he said. Her teeth are solid in her mouth. I was like, I don't know, but we've been wearing this patch. So that's my mom. But I'm saying all that to you because we need to be health advocates for one another. We've got to stand in the gap. You know how we do that with prayer? We've got to do it with health too. We've got to tell people. If we don't tell them, they don't know. They don't know about a phototherapy patch.